welcome back to the Barbecue Toolbox. Hey, my name is George, and in today's video we're going to talk about whether an offset smoker is right for you. You've been out there, you've seen, maybe your buddies have got an offset smoker, you've seen them on TV, and it looks like, hey man, this is pretty cool, and boy, that barbecue my buddy cooked off of his, that was really good, and boy, I wonder if I should get one myself. And in this video I'm kind of go through the steps or the questions you need to ask yourself on whether an offset smoker would be right for you, or maybe you might want to think about something else. And so we'll go ahead and get into it, kind of the questions you should be asking yourself and things you should think about whether to buy one or not. One of the first things you have to think about is whether you have the patience and the time to go ahead and learn how to run an offset smoker. It's not one of these things where you just go ahead and fire it up and throw on the meat, the brisket, the pork butt, the ribs, whatever, and go ahead and start cooking. It's not that type of a cooker. There's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more finesse to it. It's kind of one of the reasons why they call people pit masters, right? And they learn how to cook on an offset or cook basically burning wood. It takes a little bit more to get that down pat and how to do it. So you need to have the patience and the time to go ahead and learn how to do this. And it's not like you have, years of learning how to do this. If you're doing this in your backyard, just within a few cooks, you can learn how to do this. And if you'd like, go ahead. I've got a couple videos on my channel that kind of go over this, and I'll go ahead and link those in the description below. You can go ahead and check those out and see if this looks like it's something for you. So one of the second things you want to think about whether you want to buy an offset smoker and if it's right for you is, do you have a good source of firewood? To really get the best out of your offset smoker, you're going to want to burn real wood. That's going to give you the best barbecue flavor, and you want to make sure you've got a good source of firewood. And when I'm talking firewood, I'm not talking about going, hey, I got some sticks of lumber, or some buddy next door cut down a pine tree. No, you don't want any of that. What you want is you want hardwoods or fruit woods or something of that sort to burn in your smoker. You don't want anything that's a pine or an evergreen type of wood. Never burn that in your smoker when you're cooking your food. It's no good. So you want to make sure you've got a source of wood. And now you can go to the store and you can buy it there, but if you're going to be cooking a lot, that can get a little bit expensive. So just keep that in mind. You can also use charcoal. There's nothing wrong with that. You can use charcoal and you can throw chunks of wood in your offset smoker. It works, but to get your best flavor, real barbecue flavor, you're going to want to burn wood in that thing. So another thing you want to ask yourself on whether an offset smoker is right for you is, do you really enjoy actively participating in the cooking process? So what do I mean there is, if you're expecting just to go out there and create a fire in there and throw your meat inside the cooking chamber and then walk away and go do something else for a while, then probably the offset smoker is not right for you. I mean, you're gonna find that I've got to pay too much attention to it. I got to keep playing with the fire all the time, or adjusting the vents and controlling the temperature. These are all things that you're going to have to do on an offset smoker. It's not a set it and forget it type of cooker. You have to actually be in there and managing this thing, and that's one of the reasons they call you a pit master when you're done. It's you need to master that pit, and you need to understand how to get it to do what you need it to do. So you definitely got to be an active participant in this, and if that sounds like fun to you, and hey, I like playing with fire and that type of thing, then this might be right up your alley. Another thing you want to consider is think about, if you're thinking about how much food am I going to want to cook in this from time to time, and if you're thinking you might want to have a little higher capacity when you get out there and cook, then maybe an offset might be right for you, because I want to say pound for pound, if you look at the different style cookers, the offset probably gives you the most capacity for food than any of them. So you can, if you're looking to maybe have bigger cooks, cook for more people, then the offset probably be the way to go, because you can get more food inside that cooking chamber than if you're cooking in a big green egg, or maybe on a pellet grill or something like that, because you know normally on a for the same type of price, your offset's going to give you a bigger cooking chamber than any of those other types of grills. So definitely want to, if you're thinking about that, here's another reason why you might want to lean towards an offset. So the last reason to think about if I want to get an offset or not is, what kind of barbecue flavor do I want to get out of my food? And if you're looking to get the best, the most authentic barbecue flavor you can get, and spending all that time cooking, then an offset cooker is the way to go. This is what you want to run with. You want to burn wood. You need to get yourself an offset smoker if you want to have the best potential barbecue you can make, because it's going to give you the most authentic or the most smoke flavored barbecue that you can get. And you will really start impressing your friends and family when you learn how to cook on an offset and start showing them that kind of barbecue versus what most people think of barbecue is, just cooking out on your grill. This will bring those people to a whole new level of understanding of what real barbecue is when you start showing off your skills on your offset. So if you're looking for the best flavor, the offset's the way to go. So there you go, guys. There's some things to think about, probably 5 or 6 different things to think about when considering on whether you want to buy an offset smoker. Definitely, if you're checking off probably 3 or 4 or maybe all 5 of these things, it's definitely probably the way to go for you. If you're thinking, there's only probably a couple of the things on there that, really sound like me, apply to me. Yeah, maybe you might want to look at going a different route, because maybe it's not right for you, especially if you're not one that wants to be out there actively engaged in cooking the food and managing the fire and that type of thing. You're probably going to want to lean more towards maybe like a pellet grill or something along those lines that doesn't require as much attention. So hopefully this video helped you out. If you like videos like this, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Make sure you click on the bell notification. It's going to tell you whenever I put out a new video. And so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks.